What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today, Act 3 of Episode Heresy has just gone live within Destiny 2, and that means we have some brand new upgrades for the Barrow Dyad exotic submachine gun. In this video, we're going to be showcasing how to get the final intrinsic perk upgrade for your Barrow Dyad, which actually unlocks the ability to change the exotic perk of this weapon, giving it new effects. Very cool. And also, we're going to be showcasing how to get the latest exotic catalyst for the Barrow Dyad, which is actually going to be one for all. And so, let's get started. Now, first things first, if you open up your destination map, specifically going over the last city, you can see in Erismorn's apartment, you have an exotic quest waiting for you. So head over there and interact with the slab, and as you can see right here, you're going to pick up the exotic quest, Dyadic Perfection, and the first step consists of two different objectives. The first one is to collect the remaining 6 taken Osseous fragments within the new Sunless cell strike that was added within Act 3, and the second objective is to just complete the Sunless cell strike. Now, thankfully, you can select the normal difficulty version through the last city directory, as you can see right here. Now, let's go over those different locations. Importantly, guys, you're going to load into the Mausoleum area of the Nether, but there's nothing in this beginning area. The first one, as you can see right here, is at the end of this hallway. Importantly though, guys, you can see on my radar, they actually do appear. So when you get close enough, it should show you the Osseous fragment locations on your radar. And speaking of, when collecting that first one, you can actually see the location of another taken Osseous fragment on your radar. So head around the corner, and then up on this wall right here, we have the second Osseous fragment location. Now, continuing from there, guys, you're going to travel to yet another location within the Nether that you will recognize, and there's one more fragment, as you can see on the bottom level of this area, shoved in this back corner. You have your third fragment right here. Now, at this point, you need to progress with the strike until you get to this new area here, and there's 2 fragment locations within this area. The first one is actually going to be underneath this main central bridge. As you can see, you jump off the edge, and you need to shoot yourself forward to this little ledge here, and within it you have a fragment. Now, as you can see, there's actually a hidden pathway that's revealed by taking out your ghost that you can take instead if you don't want to jump off the edge like I did. And then, guys, the second fragment in this area, again, once you just enter into this area, it's going to be off to your left. After jumping off the stairway, you can see it right here. Ignore the intrinsic perk that pops up. We definitely didn't beat the entire strike and have to go back to get this one because we missed it. But anyways, guys, the final fragment location is going to be after defeating the enemies within this room. You're going to go into this long hallway where you have a bunch of hanging objects and jump up to the left here. And as you can see, shoved in this back corner, we have our 6th fragment. Now, importantly, guys, very importantly, at this point, you want to put the Barrow Dyad submachine gun on. That's because the next thing you have to do is complete the Sunless cell strike to complete Dyadic Perfection, right? But the way you unlock the new Barrow Dyad exotic catalyst quest is by completing the Sunless cell strike with the Barrow Dyad equipped. So, you're at the boss fight anyways, might as well now put on the Barrow Dyad and progress 2 exotic quests at once. So, when you do defeat the Sunless cell strike boss, again, with the Barrow Dyad equipped, guys, as you can see right here, you're going to get the Trembling Osseous Spine. And as long as you found all of the different Osseous fragment locations, you will get Panic Response 5. Again, you can see it pop up for me here when I had to go back for this fragment, and that's your final intrinsic upgrade for the Barrow Dyad. So now moving on to the exotic catalyst quest. You've gotten the Trembling Osseous Spine, then you have to go to the slab And once you're here, you're going to pick up the new exotic quest, a Hundredfold Path. And the first step is to collect all of the Tithing Wormspawn. Now, very importantly guys, this step actually has a lot of need-to-know information regarding it. So, your progress is actually going to depend on how many of those secret worms you collected within the Nether. So I had 2 out of 10. I was ignoring them. Some of you guys might have 8 out of 10 if you've collected all of them, but that's it. You can't go above 8 out of 10 because there are 2 different worms in each of the 5 Nether locations depending on your path. Now, there's a couple of important caveats I said there. First of all, you might be going, wait a minute, 5 Nether locations? Yes, there is a brand new Nether location, as you can see right here. So again, no one will have this quest step fully completed, even if you collected all of the worms, because there's 2 new ones in this new location. And also again, there's technically 4 worms for each different location, but the 2 that you can see and interact with depend on your path. So we were on the path of ambition, the new path that you unlocked within Act 2 of episode Heresy, right? When your guy looks like this at the slab. And this is the path you need to be on to collect the right worms and progress this step. Apparently, a lot of people are on the original path. They're 8 out of 10. They're going and getting 2 worms in the new location, and then they're stuck at 8 out of 10. So make sure you're on path of ambition, guys. So let's go over all of the different 10 worm locations so everyone, no matter where you are on your quest step, can complete this step. But super importantly, guys, there are 2 types of areas within the Nether. We have 3 load zones, so you can just begin the activity here, and then 2 zones that you can only get to randomly after already completing an encounter. This one here with the meatball, and then the brand new area. So make sure when you're going after these worms, I would highly recommend that you also want to be completing the objectives where you load into, because remember, that first area is going to be the easiest, have the lowest level enemies, and then you want to try to get, you know, those random areas, especially the brand new area. We were stuck on this quest step for over an hour because of bad RNG. So don't just collect the worms and reload. Again, you're going to need to beat areas within the Nether to unlock this brand new area. You can't load into it. Okay, with that being said, let's go over the worm locations of those 3 load zones. First of all, within the Hall of Souls, guys, you're going to have to travel forward past the boss area in the middle here, and then head over into this side area where there's almost always an objective within, and then on top of this blight, as you can see right here, we have one of the worms. And then after that, guys, from the boss area, heading over here near one of the traversal areas, like if you beat this encounter, you'd head through this door, but instead we're going to go underneath right here and then make your way through this passageway, and we have another worm right here. Now, moving on from there, we have the Trenchway. So, after spawning, you head to the opposite side of this beginning area, and then on top of this rock here, there will be a worm right here. I already collected it, but again, it'll be right where I'm shooting. Moving on from there, guys, you're going to head into the other kind of area within the Trenchway where you see the actual trench, and then head to the very back corner right here, and as you can see, we have our second worm. And after that, guys, we have the Mausoleum. So the first worm location is going to be on the very kind of back wall here near where you would go to fight the boss. It's going to be located right here on this blight. Again, I already collected it, but it's where I'm shooting. Then after that, you're going to head all the way to the back, kind of past where the boss actually spawns, and then up here on this like tentacle, you can see the second worm location. Now, moving on from there, again, those are the 3 load zones. Then we have the 2 areas that you just get randomly after completing an area. So the first one right here where the meatball spawns, the first worm location is going to be up on this side wall here, guys. You're gonna have to do a lot of jumping, but it's right here, as you can see. Then immediately from that location, jump down, turn around and go underneath, and then continue forward a little bit, and then you have the second worm location shoved in this corner right here, guys. And then finally, we have the brand new area that was just added with Act 3 called Hull Breach. And this is actually a remake of the Destiny 1 Dreadnought load zone, which is kind of cool. Now, when you're in here, guys, the first worm we found was kind of in the corner across from where you first walked into this area. As you can see, it's kind of above like a load zone that's blocked off by like the taken force field. So you shove yourself in this corner right here, and then you can see it right here on one of these tentacles. Now, once you get that one, you're kind of gonna head back to the corner where you first entered into this area, and it's again kind of right where that taken force field is blocking off an area up on this debris, as you can see right here, guys. Again, it's just kind of shoved in a corner. Then you're going to grab this worm, and that will complete your exotic quest step. And the next step is now to complete the Sunless Cell Strike using only high rate of fire weapons, so submachine guns, auto rifles, machine guns, as well as the Barrow Dyad submachine gun. So I used the Barrow Dyad the entire time just to be safe, and then, you know, an auto rifle and a machine gun. Hey, it's the perfect time for my Barrow Fry ads build, guys, where you can use the Titan with the Peacekeepers. Actually insane. Like, you can be beating the boss of the strike and stuff, like, no problem. It absolutely rips. So just a fun excuse to use that build. But regardless, guys, once you get that done, as you can see right here, when you actually collect that final chest, or when the strike completes, then you will get the exotic catalyst one for all. At this point, you can head back to the Enclave, then you can go into the crafting menu, and again, guys, if you got that intrinsic perk, which you should have at this point, you can change that actual intrinsic trait, the exotic trait of the Barrow Dyad. And hey, one actually is really good for one for all. It gives you more blight when you hit 3 different enemies. So that's definitely a pretty cool thing. So make sure to experiment with that, because potentially putting on one of those different ones could make the Barrow Dyad significantly more powerful. Anyways, guys, that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.